There's a deer standing about 30 feet away, watching you. It hasn't run. And somewhere in your head is a comfortable little story. It knows you're not a threat. It trusts you. Here's the problem with that story. That deer doesn't know a single thing about you. It's never met you. It has no idea whether you're the type who photographs wildlife or the type holding a rifle. It can't read your intentions, your job, or your lunch order. And yet every second it stands there, it's making one of the most important calculations an animal ever makes. So do wild animals actually know we won't eat them? The honest answer is stranger and a lot more calculated than they trust us. And the evidence is genuinely wild. Let's kill the easy answer first. The easy answer is that some animals are just tame, or friendly, or that they've figured out humans are nice. And that's not wrong, exactly. It's just not what's happening in the moment. Because a wild animal deciding whether to run from you isn't consulting a belief about humans. It's running a measurement. Behavioral ecologists even have a name for it. Flight initiation distance. It's the exact distance at which an animal stops tolerating a threat and bolts. Daniel Blumstein at UCLA has spent years measuring it across species. And here's the key part it is not fixed. The same bird will let you get twice as close on a calm morning as it will when it's already on edge. That number moves constantly, which tells you the animal isn't acting on what it knows about you. It's acting on what it's calculating right now. Now here's where it gets genuinely unsettling. You'd assume that to a wild animal, a human is just another big shape in the landscape. We're not. We're the scariest thing out there. In a set of experiments in California, researchers led by Liana Zanette and Michael Clinchy hid speakers in the wild and played different sounds to mountain lions. Some were the calls of frogs. Some were just recordings of people talking calmly, reading books aloud. The mountain lion's apex predators, animals that fear almost nothing, fled the human voices far more than any other sound. Pumas abandoned fresh kills just to get away from the sound of a person reading. And the fear ripples outward. In a follow-up, the same team broadcast human voices across the Santa Cruz Mountains. And it wasn't only the big carnivores that reacted smaller predators, went quiet, prey shifted where they fed. The whole food web flinched at the sound of us chatting. We didn't have to do anything. We just had to be heard. And it goes beyond one study. A landmark 2015 paper in the journal Science, led by Chris Darramont, found that humans kill adult prey at up to 14 times the rate of other predators. 14 times. To the animal kingdom, we aren't a neutral shape. We're the single most dangerous predator that has ever existed. So, the animals that fear us, they're simply right. But if they can't read our minds, what are they reading? Cues. The same cues that scream predator to almost every prey animal alive. The biggest one is the eyes. A direct, front-on stare is what a hunter does in the half second before it commits. Lions lock on. Hawks lock on. So when you face a nervous animal head-on and stare right at it, you are, without meaning to, doing a flawless impression of something about to strike. It's why wildlife photographers approach at an angle, slow, never straight on. It's why you're told never to lock eyes with an aggressive dog. And here's a detail that should stop you. A lot of animals can read the layout of your face. Predators, wolves, cats, hawks, us have both eyes on the front of the skull for locked-on depth. Prey animals have eyes on the sides to watch everything trying to eat them. Some prey are wary of front-facing eyes specifically because that arrangement is the signature of a hunter. Your face, to a rabbit, is shaped like danger. Speed gives you away too. Fast and straight reads as a charge. Slow and sideways reads as grazing, harmless, ignore me. The animal isn't judging your character. It's judging your geometry. Here's the part that proves the whole thing. If fear of humans were something animals just knew, deep down, then every animal everywhere would have it. They don't. Go somewhere humans never hunted remote islands. Parts of the Galapagos, the far Antarctic, and the animals show almost no fear of people at all. When Darwin reached the Galapagos, he described birds landing on branches beside him and simply sitting there, unbothered. He could nearly pick them up. They weren't brave. They weren't wise. They had just never learned that anything on two legs was worth fearing, because across their entire history, nothing was. And that gap has a body count. It's called island tameness. And when humans finally did reach those untouched places, the Nave animals didn't run, because they had no idea they should. The dodo is the famous one. It walked right up to the sailors who ate it. That fearlessness was never trust. It was a fatal lack of information. Now flip it the other way. Because if animals learn to fear us, they can also learn to unfear us. And that's where it gets almost funny. Think of the pigeons that walk between your feet, the raccoon casing your bins with the confidence of a landlord, the city fox that trots past you without a glance. These animals have run the numbers on humans thousands of times, and the numbers came back boring. Nobody chased them, nobody threw anything. So their flight distance collapsed towards zero. Biologists call it habituation, and it isn't affection, it's a spreadsheet. The squirrel in the park doesn't love you. It is simply calculated across hundreds of encounters that you are a low-yield, low-risk vending machine. Honestly, respect. But that same math is exactly why friendly wild animals are dangerous. A bear that stops fearing people hasn't become gentle. It's become a bear that will now walk into a campsite. Because the thing that used to keep it away as being scary got deleted by experience. There's a grim ranger saying that gets at it. A fed bear is a dead bear. Not because it turned mean, because it learned we were safe, got too close, and that's the version of the story that ends with the animal being put down. The tragedy isn't that it feared us, it's that it stopped. So let's go back to that deer, 30 feet away, not running. Here's the biggest reframe of the whole thing. It is not standing there because it decided you're safe. It's standing there because, in this exact second, the cost of running is higher than the risk of staying. It's weighing the calories it would burn, the fawn it might be guarding, how open the ground is. Whether you've twitched toward it against one live question, is that thing about to kill me? It is doing threat assessment on you. Right now. And the calm you're reading as trust is just the half second before its verdict comes in. That's the part we get backwards. We look at a still animal and feel chosen, like it sensed something good in us. But stillness isn't a compliment. It's a calculation still running. The animal that lets you close hasn't concluded you're a friend. It's concluded, for now, that you're not worth fleeing. And the moment your geometry changes, you turn, you stare, you step wrong, that verdict flips, and the trust you imagined was never on the table. And maybe that should make us look at ourselves a little differently. We're the only animal that walks into a forest expecting to be liked. Every other creature out there treats the world as a running risk calculation. Because for all of them, it is. We got comfortable enough, safe enough, high enough up the chain that we forgot the math was ever there. The animal watching you from the tree line hasn't forgotten. It's doing the oldest arithmetic alive, the one our own ancestors ran every time they stepped out of the cave and something moved in the dark. Stay or run. Safe or not. So do wild animals know we won't eat them? No. They don't know it. And they never did. They just weigh it. Every single time and stake their life on the answer. The deer lifts its head, looks at you, and decides all over again.